Hello my dear viewers, listeners and students. Welcome to another basic class of Fahad's tutorial, and in this class I am focusing on unit conversion, and I hope those who are right now watching this tutorial, it will be much more meaningful because this is a basic part of when we'll study about mathematics and physics. This units conversion is very important. Because we studied earlier physical quantities, we know that we need to find the length, the mass, the time and some sort of basic quantities, and as it is quantities, it must have a unit, and that unit sometimes we need to convert it because we are following SI units, that is International Systems of Units. So that is started by in 1960. So following these SI unit, we have a specific units in each quantities. Suppose when we will study about, when we will measure about length, we'll talk about meter. When we'll talk about mass, we'll think about kilogram or gram. And when we'll think about time, we'll talk about seconds. So these are the quantities that length, mass and time. These are the basic quantities that we usually use in case of physics. But if you look for some other quantities like fundamental quantities, there are 7. They all have units. So well, in case of length, what we look for? In case of length, we look for meter. In case of mass, gram. Time, seconds. So these meter, gram and second, these are the units of these quantities. So whenever we'll study the quantities and our units, we need to know that how to convert it, because this is important. And basically we need to know it because this is all about mathematics, and mathematics is about life. So in case of understanding the unit conversion, we need to know one thing, that as we know earlier, we studied about scientific notation. I have already uploaded a series of videos about scientific notations, that how we can actually express it, and also we need to know prefix. So I have already uploaded these tutorials because this is all under physics. So scientific notations and prefix, because you must have heard about deca, hecto and kilo. Deca, hecto, kilo. Or even you can have about deci, centi and milli. So what about deca? Deca is about 10, hecto is about 100 and kilo is equal to 1000. So whenever we'll use this word before a unit, it means that decameter, 10 meter, hectometer, 100 meter and kilometer is about 1000 meter. So meter is the unit of a length. So it expresses some sort of distances, and it expresses, the unit actually expresses the quantity, and that is why we use this word before unit, and these are the prefix. And also deci, this is just opposite of deca, that is 1 divided by 10, centi is 1 divided by 100, and milli is 1 divided by thousands. So you know that when 1000 is expressed by 10 to the power 3, then it's called scientific notation. And in case of milli, as it is 1 by 1000, then it will be expressed by 10 to the power minus 3. So usually we use it before unit. So these are the prefix. So if we know this, now it's time to focus in case of unit conversion. Let's say what I have written in my right and left part of this whiteboard. You see that I have written some basic units here, that 1 mile, which is the unit of length, 1 mile is equal to 1.069 kilometer. So by measurement, mile is the distance is greater than kilometer. So whenever we talk about a unit, so both are the unit of distance. So if I say that I have walked 5 mile, so what is the distance in kilometer? If I walk for 5 mile, that would be 5 times 1.069. So if we just use a basic calculator, we'll have this unit that if I divided 5 times, just a minute, 5 times 1.069, this is 5.345 kilometer. So 5 mile is equal to 5.345 kilometer. So we just convert mile to kilometer. Even if you see that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. Also you need to know that feet is also another unit that you can express it, that 1 feet is 12 inches. 12 inches. 12. Again you see that 1 inch is equal 2.54 centimeter. So now you see that inches is another unit, feet another unit, mile, centimeter, all are actually expressing the distance. So these are the unit of length. So we are measuring in different unit. So as this class is about unit conversion, we need to focus that how we can exchange this unit from one unit to another, because these are all about length. So I'm thinking about mile, which is about 5,280 feet. 1 feet is equal to 12 inches, which is well known to us. And of course, those who are actually, fond of mathematics or even physics, take this class as your basic. 1 centimeter. Again, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So whenever we want to convert from centimeter to millimeter, if I say that 5 centimeter is equal 50 millimeter. We know that milli is 1000. So 1 meter is the unit of length, is equal 1000 millimeter. Similarly, if I say that this is 1 liter, liter is the unit of volume, 1 liter milk or 1 liter water is equal 1000 milliliter. So if I say that this is 250 milliliter, then if I express it in liter, it would be 1/4 liter. 250 milliliter is 1/4 liter, that is 0.25 liter. So basic conversion rules that I'm just explaining. So think about the length. 1 mile is 1.069 kilometer, which is 5,280 feet. Again, 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter, 1 inches is 2.54 centimeter, 1 feet is equal to 30.48 centimeter. Again, one important thing, that how these things is really interesting. Think about the feet to centimeter. Feet to centimeter. Some of you might say that, sir, this is very easy, we don't need to memorize, we can use the calculator and we can actually convert it through online converter. That is okay, that is actually machineries, or you need to depend on some other things, but if you can use a brain, I hope things will be much more easier and good for us, because it's all about mathematics, and whenever we'll study more and practice these things, I think things will be much more better. So in case of feet, 1 feet is, you see, 30.48 centimeters. So we know that 1 feet is 12 inches. So 12 inches is equal to 30.48 centimeter. How? 30.48 centimeter, because we know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. So 12 inch is 12 times 2.54 centimeter. So this is 30.48 centimeter. So when we use centi, it means this is 100 century. When we will use kilo, it means this is 1000. Whenever we will use kilovolt, volt, you know that this is the unit of the potential differences in current electricity you studied. So volt, if you use mega volt, that means mega is another prefix. It means 10 to the power 6 volt. Mega. So whenever we use this prefix, we need to know that what is the exact equation, what is the exact value of that scientific notation. Okay, so this is clear to you. And now you see 1 yard. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So 3 feet is equal to 0.914 meter. Again, this feet to meter. So we know usually that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So that 100 centimeter is equal to 1000 millimeter. And if I just exchange this meter into feet or into kilometer, then what would be? From 1 kilometer to meter, that is 1000 meter. But when I'll explain that 5 meter is how much kilometer, then I have to divide 5 divided by 1000. So that is actually 0.02 kilometer. So this unit conversion is all about the mathematics. If you just know the exact conversion process in case of any quantities like length, mass and time, things would be much more interesting and much pleasing to all math lovers or physics lovers. Okay, so again, in case of mass, what you know, that pound to kilogram. 1 pound is 0.45 kilogram. 0.453 kilogram, or so we can say that 1 pound 0.454 kilogram. So when we order a birthday cake, we say that okay, 10 pound cake, that is 4.5 kilogram. So 10 pound birthday cake is actually 4.5 kilogram cake. So we can easily measure the amount, or we can actually imagine the size of the birthday cake, because 10 pound is 4.5 kilogram. 1 kilogram, and again reversibly, if we say that 1 kilogram is 2.204 pound. So reversibly, these are okay. So this is pound to kilogram, meter to centimeter, centimeter to millimeter, meter to inches, inches to kilometer. So these are the unit conversion. Think about this other part. This is our mass. So 1 ton is 1000 kilogram. 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. 1 gram is 1000 milligram. So if I say that how you can use it, so 1 ton is 1000 kilogram. So 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. So we can say that 1000 kilogram times 1000 gram. And 1000 gram is actually 1000 milligram. So 1 ton is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to the power 9 milligram. So 1 ton is 10 to the power 9 milligram. So till now that I'm explaining the things which is easier. Now what you face in case of studying physics? Usually when we study about velocity, what we know in case of velocity, the unit of velocity, usually we use meter per second. Meter per second. Right now let's study about physics. So velocity is meter per second. Now you think that something is given that a car is moving 50 kilometer per hour. 50 kilometer per hour. Now we need to convert it kilometer per hour to meter per second. How we will do it? So in case of kilometer per hour, we know that this is kilometer per hour, and now we need to convert it kilometer into 1000 meter and this hour to second. We know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 60 minutes is equal to 60 into 60 second. So this is about 3600 second. So if I divide 3600 second, now I got meter per second. Okay, so how we can do it? We can do it. This is 500 by 36 meter per second. So if we again use calculator, we can find that 500 divided by 36 is 13.89 meter per second. So whenever in physics, in case of studying motion, when we do some sort of mathematical problem solutions, if kilometer per hour is given, we cannot use this 50. We need to convert it into meter per second. So this is the process which is exactly the explanation of kilometer per hour to meter per second. But we also can do it very simply. How? We can actually convert this kilometer per hour to meter per second by only dividing this 50 by 3.6. So if I divide 50 by 3.6, that is 13.89 meter per second. So simply the basic is that you are multiplying by 1000 by 3600. So if we simply can divide 3 by 3.6, the value would be equal meter per second. Very simple. Even if somebody says that a car is moving 120 mile per hour. Now from mile per hour to meter per second. How we will do it? 120 mile per hour. So if I divide 120 mile to kilometer, so that is, I know that mile to kilometer is times 1.069, that is kilometer, and now times 1000, that you right now count meter, and this hour it will be 3600 second. Now you think, so this is 1069, so simply we can do it. How? That is 1069 times 120, I can do it simply 0, so 1.069 times 1200, okay, divided by 36, so that is 35.63 meter per second. So So that is the unit conversion from mile per hour to meter per second. So 120 mile per hour, that is exactly 35.63 meter per second. So mile per hour to meter per second. This is all about velocity. Sometimes you know that BMI, in case of finding BMI, I'm removing BMI, what we need to do? We know that BMI is the body mass in kilogram divided by height in meter square. So in this case, can you remember if somebody is like 5 feet 10 inches and now you need to convert it into meter? So what about the process that how we can go from inches to meter? We know that this is 5 feet, right? 10 inches. So 1 feet is 12 inch. So 5 feet times 12 inches plus 10 inches. Altogether this is 70 inch. And we know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. So if I just multiply 70 into 2.54, we will find centimeter. So let's find a calculator again and let's see if it is 70 times 2.54, that is 177.8. So we can say this is 177.8 centimeter. So as it is centimeter, we can say this is 1.778 meter. 1.778 meter. So right now that 5 feet 10 inches is actually 1.78 meter. If he is 65 kilogram, then the BMI would be 65 kilogram divided by 1.78 whole square. So we can easily find this square is in meter, and this is 65 is the kilogram of that person's body mass. So we can find the BMI. But previously the height was given in inches and feet. So what we did, we got from feet to centimeter or feet to meter. Okay? Hopefully, and again also you can find it this one from 1 feet to centimeter by 5 feet 10 inches. Together we got total inches and then from centimeter. So things are very simple. But one thing is very important that I need to notice, I need to explain in this video, is to find the area and the volume. Whenever you studied about area, so you know that when we find some area of a cube, what we do? We multiply length and breadth of this cube. Suppose the length of this cube is A and the breadth is B. So area of this cube is length times breadth. Okay? So suppose this is 10 meter and this is 5 meter. So the area of that cube is 10 meter times 5 meter is 50 meter square, which is simply given in meter square. But what we'll do in mathematics and physics, that what happen if the area is given 10 centimeter and this breadth is 5 centimeter. So then this would be centimeter and centimeter square. So this would be 50 centimeter square. But if we need to convert this centimeter square to meter square, what will happen? One thing is important. Just multiply 10 to the power minus 4. How? Let's say this is 10 centimeter. So if I need to multiply it to meter, so 10 divided by 100, that is meter, times 5 divided by 100 meter. So now you got this. So what is simply we can say that is 5 divided by 1000 meters square. So we can say this is 5 times 10 to the power 3. This should be minus 3 meters square. But right now, if I can directly change this centimeter square to meter square, what will happen? We know that we can simply multiply by 10 to the power minus 4. So the area was previously 50 centimeter. So as it was 50 centimeter square, now tell me 50 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. So as it is 50, so we can say 5 times 10 to the power 1 times 10 to the power minus 4. This is meter square, so that is same. That is 5 times 10 to the power minus 3 meter square. You got it? I hope that this centimeter square, whenever you get centimeter square and you need to convert it into meter square, just multiply by 10 to the power minus 4. So centimeter square to meter square, you just do multiply by 10 to the power minus 4. Okay? And even in case of finding volume, what we'll do? Volume is more, volume you have to multiply 3 quantities. That is, volume is length, breadth and height. So now you have 3 quantities to multiply. So if all are meter, then this is very good. You will find meter cube. But if this is given as centimeter, centimeter and centimeter, you will find centimeter cube. But if again if it is given in millimeter, then what will happen? You will find the volume in millimeter cube. And if the question to convert millimeter cube to meter cube, what will happen? Millimeter cube to meter cube. You need to do what? Before going to explain what you will do from centimeter cube to meter cube. From centimeter cube to meter cube, if you want to go, just multiply by 10 to the power minus 6. And in case of meter cube, from millimeter cube, just multiply 10 to the power minus 9. How come? Think about it. Think about it. 5 centimeter times 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter. If this is the length, breadth and height of a cube, then the volume of that cube is 5 centimeter cube. Is altogether 5 centimeter cube. Now I need to convert it into meter cube. What will I do? The 5 divided by 100, that is in meter. And again this is 1, then I'll divide it by 100, it will come to meter. And again similarly it will come to meter. So I convert 3 centimeter into meter by multiplying 100 in each times. So 100, 100 and 100. So every time you need to divide it by 100. So together 6 zeros we have. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is meter cube. So directly we can write 5 times 10 to the power minus 6 meter cube. So I have written it here. So whenever we just need to convert from centimeter cube to meter cube, multiply by 10 to the power minus 6. Or if there is given millimeter cube, like 12 millimeter cube, and we can simply or directly write 12 times 10 to the power minus 9 meter cube. 12 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter cube. Okay, So these were the basic units, and this is lecture 1 and basic unit. Hopefully when we'll study more and critical mathematics and critical physics solutions, then we'll come up with more intense basic unit conversion classes. But right now that I have explained here, this is actually our day-to-day life. Day-to-day life we use it is centimeter, millimeter, foot, inches, kilogram, tons, pounds these days. Okay, and in another case when we'll study about time, the unit of time is second. Unit of time is second. So whenever we'll study about time, think about if I say that how many seconds in 50 days. 50 days, how many seconds? So we know that 60 seconds in 1 minute, 60 minutes in 1 hour, 24 hours a day, and this is about 50 days, so nothing critical. So 50 days, 1 day 24 hours, 1 hour 60 minutes, and 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 50 days is that much second. If I say well, how many seconds in 50 years, then what will happen? 50 years. So 50 years, we know that 50, 365 days a year. So simply 50 times 365 days a year, so 24 hours a day, 60 minutes a second, and this is 60 seconds. So together in 50 years, this many seconds. Or even you actually can also find out that what is 1 light year. I mean, how much distance or how many meters can go a light through 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. If it goes in this way, what would be the distance covered by light in 1 year? So that is called 1 light year. You know that this light year unit is used to find the distance between 2 stars, because these are very big, and these stars are actually situated from one to another light years differences. So these are the big units which is used in case of defining or measuring big quantities. So this is all about maths, and maths is love. Mathematics is love. So I hope those who watched the whole tutorial, you enjoyed this unit conversion. You need to understand this one, you need to keep in mind, and you know that this is all about practice. The more you practice, you will enjoy more. So see you in the next video. I'm coming up with another basic concept and another more intense practice about unit conversion. See you, and let me know your feedback after watching my classes. Take care, stay well, bye.